Do you work a fairly conventional 9 to 5-ish in your business, or are you more free and flexible with the timings that you work? I always find this really interesting because I think there's often this feeling that we have to comply, we have to be corporate, that regular hours of work are 9 to 5 and we must be available for all clients in between these hours. But at the end of the day, when you go into business for yourself, you get to say what regular means and you get to say what convention means in your own business. There are very few of us who have clients that need instant responses. So if we don't start work until a couple of hours after they do, this is not the end of the world. But we actually might find that we are far more productive, constructive, focused and happy in working at different hours. So one of the things I've always talked about, particularly when it comes to the concept of time management, which doesn't really exist, but the idea of how we can be more focused and more productive, is to get super clear on what actually works for you. All of us have natural energy peaks and troughs through the day. There will be certain points in the day where it's pretty much every day, it's quite consistent, where suddenly you've got real focus, you're just on it, you can really get through tons of work. And there will be other times when you feel a real energy dip. You can't get focused, you can't get going, and it takes you an hour to do something that you should get done in 10 minutes. So what if you were to find those times that actually really work for you and adapt your business so that you work when it most suits you? So as an example, I have a client who has just made the decision that she isn't going to start work until at least 11 o'clock any day. Between 11 and 12, she now starts work. So in the mornings, she's walking the dog, she's going to the gym, she's planning dinner, she's getting loads of stuff done for her. And then when she starts work, she's really focused. None of that stuff is on her mind. She can ditch all of that. She can park it all until later. Her energy is higher. And she can get a ton of stuff done. And she finishes work at about the same time that she was before. So she's working 2 to 3 hours a day, less than she was previously working, but she's getting the same amount of work done and she's getting stuff done for herself. Whereas previously, she was trying to force herself to work from 9 o'clock when she really wasn't focused. She definitely wasn't productive. She very much felt like she was banging her head against a brick wall and constantly asking questions about why she couldn't focus and why her energy wasn't there at that hour of the day. And ironically, she'd get to the end of the day too exhausted to go and do her exercise, whereas now it's done in the morning. So she's adapted her business. I've had clients that would always do their exercise sessions at lunchtime, and I've had clients who will just finish halfway through the afternoon because they're super morning people, and I've got clients who happily work till 9 o'clock at night. The most important thing is to move away from this idea that convention says we must work any specific hours, because if you're working at a time of day that is just not naturally suitable for you, you will feel like it's a grind. You will find that you're incredibly slow to get things done. You're probably very self-critical, and you just struggle to be upbeat and focused and super productive. Whereas when you actually make that decision to say, these are the hours when I am on fire, and you adapt your business to work at those times, the change that it makes to your business, to you, to people around you is massive. So that is my thought for you today. Do you need to adapt your business and to work in a different way so that you're actually constantly playing to your strengths? If you want to know more about how to play to your strengths on a weekly basis, then my mastermind group is probably a perfect place for you to come and hang out with a group of similar-minded people who are growing their business, focused on it every week, and constantly building. So have a nosy at my website, check out my mastermind at taylorie.co.uk, and I'll see you in there soon.